I truly think that this is going to be a turning point in my small business. I'm currently prepping for the biggest craft market that I have ever attended. Get ready for a busy week in the studio full of crocheting and fun market prep to get ready for my first craft market of the year. Come with me while I try out new crochet patterns and create some of my favorite crochet makes yet. Whether you're prepping for a craft show, love to create, or just want to cozy up and relax, I hope that you enjoy, and I'm so glad you're here. You guys, I'm going a little bit insane. Hi, my crafty and cozy friends, and welcome to another cozy and productive week in the studio. We have a lot to get done this week, and we're about 18 days out from my market, and the nerves are definitely starting to kick in. I always regret not starting my market prep sooner. You guys know this. You've seen all the videos I've done where I'm last minute prepping, but I always end up starting later than I want to, especially now that I have crochet plushies. I feel like I shouldn't have waited this long, but we can't go back and change that now. We just gotta make the most out of the time that I have left and just get done what I can get done. But anyway, if you're new here, hi, my name is Kyra, and I share behind the scenes of growing my small crafty business. I make cute and cozy handmade products like crochet plushies, tumblers, and bookmarks, and I'm actually in the process of adding some new items to my shop. I've been in the works recently and brainstorming a lot, and there are some pretty big things coming, but more on that later in the video. Did you guys notice my sweatshirt I have on? You guys, look! It is a Kybee Creates sweatshirt. I am so excited about this. So the market that I'm doing actually had this company partner with them, and they offered free t-shirts to every vendor, and then you had the option to add on things. So I added on a sweatshirt, and I added on a t-shirt for Brendan, and oh my gosh, I love how it turned out. It's my logo. That is so exciting to see my logo on a piece of clothing, and I am so excited to wear this to my market. It's just gonna match my booth now that I have my banners and my business cards ordered. It's the whole deal. I am so excited. I'm gonna be all matchy. I feel so official in this, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out. So I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. And speaking of my business cards and my banner, I did place my order for those, and they should be in later this week. So as soon as I get those, I will definitely show you guys on camera, but I think that's gonna definitely level up my booth and just make it look so much nicer. So lots of exciting things are happening, and I'm just so excited to bring you guys along with me. The main priority for today is to make tons of inventory. So I've not even started making any tumblers or bookmarks for the show. So I think that's gonna be the #1 thing that I make today. And thankfully those are a lot quicker to make than my crochet plushies. So we'll pick out some designs to do. We're gonna work on some bookmarks. I have some bookmarks that have done really well for me in the past. And then other than that, we'll see what all I can get done today. But you'll just be coming with me throughout the week as I prep for this market, and I am so excited that you guys are here. So as always, grab whatever project you're currently working on, and let's go ahead and create together. You guys know I can't start the workday without an iced coffee, so of course I had to make myself one before we got started and did all our market prep today. But before I do make these cups, I wanted to show you guys some of the things I've been working on. So I feel like I have something new every single video that I have to update you on, but I'm just doing so many things and I'm just so excited. So first thing, oh my goodness, you guys, I made a little sleepy goose. Look how cute. It's so floppy, like her little neck, the little feet. This is adorable. So this pattern was on Instagram. It's a free pattern, and it's by Crochet, and I think a couple other people. I'll definitely pop it up on the screen and link it down below. But look at the little precious sleepy goose. This is so, so adorable. I love it. Like the little eye, she's just asleep, and it's just so funny. I made it fly the other day and I thought that was funny, but look how precious this is. I just think these are great for kids. I think this will be really popular at the market, and honestly, this wasn't that hard to make. It was a lot faster than my Della Ducks were. So made a sleepy goose. I'm gonna be making more of these as well. This was just so fun. Hi, Abby. So fun to make, and I love how this turned out. The next thing I have been making are these little tulips. So I'm in the process of making another one. This is the only one I have finished right now. Again, I can't remember the name of who made this, but I'll pop it up on the screen for you guys. It's this little tulip flower. This was so cute. This took about 45 minutes to make. I timed myself for this one, and I am currently working on a blue one. So then you'll kind of like sew it together like that, and then you add the stem, and I think this is cute. It's a nice size. It's not super small, and I used the big twist yarn for this. But I did get a basket. I mentioned to you guys that for my peeps, I wanted to get an Easter basket to display them. And look how cute they are inside here. I'm gonna have to get some of that grass that can kind of prop them up a little bit. But I thought I'd display my peeps in here, and then maybe these little tulips can go in here as well. And I just think that is so adorable. So yeah, things are coming together. I'm making more things, but let's go ahead and get to work on making these tumblers.
With you, everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. Wheels in motion, I'm going crazy for you. I smooth like the ocean. I can see you want this too, 'cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know, and I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
You guys, I'm going a little bit insane. This vinyl is just, there's so many bubbles today. I don't know what the deal is with the bubbles today, but I'm having a time trying to get this to work. I think it's whenever I do the outline around the letters. I don't know. It just doesn't like to lay very flat, so I'm gonna have to redo these. But I wanted to show you the idea that I have. So this one says, the book was better, and it has white letters with a pink outline. I think this is so cute. I love these cups and like the pink handle, the pink straw, and I think that this white and light pink looks really nice with it, but the bubbles are driving me so nuts. But anyway, whenever I redo this, I think it'll look really nice if I can get all of those bubbles out. And the next one I have says, Hot Girls Read Books, and it's pink letters with a white outline. So they kind of complement each other. They're super cute. And I actually have one more of these pink cups here, so I can do another design like that. And then I also have a green cup. This was the only green cup they had. So I don't know what design I'm gonna do on this, but it'll be something that complements the green. But yeah, I think these are super cute, and I like that they're bookish themed. I think that will look nice sitting on my display together. So I have the ideas down. I just have to redo these because I can't leave those with all those bubbles on there. So if you have tips for how to get bubbles out of the vinyl without having to peel everything off, let me know. I don't know if it's my vinyl or the way I'm applying it, but I normally don't have this much trouble. It's just, it's a day today, but that's life. What I'm gonna do next is probably make some more cups, redo those cups, and I'll check in with you guys later. So I just finished cutting and weeding out the vinyl for the cups, and I was gonna transfer it on, but I was like, you know what? No, we're gonna eat some lunch first because it's 12:45. So I am having chicken teriyaki and also some pierogies with hot sauce. I'm very much a hot sauce person. I eat that with pretty well anything. I love spicy things, but not too spicy to where you can't enjoy it. I'd say I have a pretty good tolerance to hot stuff though. So I'm gonna eat some lunch. I need to do a grocery pickup order before I forget because Brennan's gonna pick that up on his way home tonight. So I cannot forget to do that. And probably while I'm eating, I'm gonna go ahead and get an Instagram post scheduled for later today. and then we're gonna try these cups again.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow.
Round 2 of trying to make these cups was much better. There are no bubbles in these ones. So I did 2 that says Hot Girls Read Books, and then I did 1 that says The Book Was Better. And what I did this time was I took my vinyl, and rather than just laying it on there and working from one side to the other, I put like this sheet, and this is what the vinyl comes on, and I left it on like a little piece of it. And then I'm not going to explain this very well, but basically I had this underneath to where I was only working in like super tiny sections at a time. I'd push the vinyl down, lift up to make sure there was no bubbles, put it back down, then I'd move this over a little bit, push it down, check, and I just did that for the whole thing, and it was much better. So if you're running into getting a lot of bubbles, again, I normally don't have this problem. I think it's really just because of the outline behind it, but that definitely worked. So I suggest trying that if you're having trouble. But what I would like to do next, one thing I mentioned to you guys in my Crochet for 10 Hours video, I made these granny squares, and I really wanted to make bookmarks out of these. So I saw a picture on Pinterest where they took 2 granny squares and then she made like a really cute bookmark. And so what I think I'm gonna do is maybe do like some chains to try to make like a little tassel part. Then I'm gonna join it together somehow, either by sewing or like crocheting it together. And I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna try to make some bookmarks out of these. So I wanna go ahead and do that next. And then I also would like to work on this tulip. So I showed you guys the purple tulip that I had made. And so I'm pretty close to finishing this blue one. I just need to sew this together and then make the stem. So let's go ahead and get into some crocheting.
Golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my sun. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only gold.
So I just finished the bookmarks and my little flower. So this is what the bookmarks look like. I think they turned out cute, but I definitely need to get one of those granny square blocking things because they're not very even. So for the next ones that I make, I'm gonna get the granny square block. That way they're a nice uniform square and they look a lot better. But I kind of free-handed the bottom little tassels. I just did some chains and then connected it and single crocheted. And I actually think it turned out really good. So I'm really happy I was able to figure that out. I was like, I'm not gonna look up a tutorial. I'm gonna see if I can figure this out myself. And I think it turned out good. So I also have the green one here. Let me get the right side for you guys. So this is what the green one looks like. I think that's really pretty as well. And I really like how these turned out. I think they're so cute and dainty. And let me show you guys inside of a book. So it will look like this. And you could either have the little tassels at the bottom, or you could even flip it and have those sticking up out of the book. But yeah, I really like these, and I think these are so cute. It's like cottage vibes is what it gives me. So finished those. And then I also finished the little tulip, the blue one. So I only had to make the stem and the leaf, so that didn't take too long to make. And now I have purple and blue. I'm gonna make pink, I'm gonna make yellow, and probably some other colors. I need to use this color here. I've not used that for anything yet, so maybe I'll make a few of those as well. But I mentioned to you guys earlier that I had some exciting things in the works. I have recently been working on some new products. It's not all the way official yet. I'm doing some research on the materials I need and everything that's gonna go into making these, but oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited about this. I don't wanna tell you guys exactly what it is just yet, but I will tell you that once this craft show is over, I'll have more time, and I'm working towards some pretty big things, and one of those things might be my first ever product launch. So like I said earlier, I'm about 18 days out from my market. So once this market's over, I'm gonna spend the next several weeks working on this launch to get all these products ready for one release date. I haven't exactly decided what that release date is. I wanna make sure I have plenty of time to prepare for it, but I'm thinking sometime in May. So definitely be on the lookout, because my videos following the craft market are gonna be me designing these products and my process behind my first ever product launch. I truly think that this is going to be a turning point in my small business, and I'm just so excited. So definitely make sure you're sticking around, because there are some very exciting things coming. Happy Thursday, friends. I've been spending the morning kind of tidying up the studio a little bit because it was a big mess after I made some of those cups. But I also cut out some vinyl for cups today, and I just got done cutting out some vinyl for bookmarks, so I need to weed out all of those designs. So we'll be doing that here in a little bit. But as you guys saw last night, we went out to eat for dinner, and we went on a little shopping trip for my birthday. So I wanted to show some of the things that I picked up. So first off, from Hobby Lobby, I got some yarn, and I got these for my granny squares. So this is actually acrylic yarn, and I actually started using it. But this is the I Love This yarn. What color is this? Rosy Cheeks. And so it's this really pretty like blush pink color. I am not sure the color of this because I already took this off. But I also got like this mustard yellow color, and this is called Sun Gold. So I thought these colors worked really nicely together and would make really cute granny squares. Next thing that I got is this Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion, and this is in the color Coffee. I needed a really good brown color because I want to make some Flora Fawns. I think it's Flora Fawn. It's by Oak and Marlowe, and it's the cutest little deer pattern. So I needed some brown colors, and I just can't find any Bernat blanket yarn anywhere. Now I feel like the only option we have is Michael's for in-store. I guess they have it at Walmart too, but they don't have any brown colors. They basically just have white. So I looked at Michael's, and they didn't have any colors that I wanted. And I've even looked on like Amazon, and they're all out of those colors too, and sometimes they don't even have brown listed. So if you have brown yarn or brown like blanket yarn like this, I need the thicker yarn for those kind of patterns. Let me know where you get your yarn, because I can't find it, not even on Amazon. So I have no idea where I'm gonna find like thicker blanket yarn. So I'm gonna try this out and see if it works. This was the last skein of this brown color, so I snagged that up. And this is the color Hummus. So I thought those could make a cute deer color. The next thing that I picked up from there is this little toast lamp. I think this is so cute. It just looks like a little slice of bread popping up out of a toaster. So I'm gonna set that up on my desk somewhere over here, but Kind of random, but super cute. And that's all that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, but let me show you what my coworkers got me for my birthday. They know me so well. So they got me this big twist plush yarn. Oh my gosh, you guys. Whenever I opened this up, I was like, this is perfect. These are such pretty colors. So this is the color Dusty Rose, and it looks like that. And then the next color they got me was Strawberry Smoothie. So how pretty are these colors, these light pinks? I love them so much, and I told them they're getting me a very limited and valuable resource because this is not going to be available for very much longer. So I feel like I'm going to get hooked to this and then it's going to be gone. So definitely let me know if you have alternatives for either Bernat blanket, the plush yarns like this. Where do you get those and what brands do you use? Because I definitely need some alternatives for these thicker yarns. So last thing I want to share with you guys is some things I got on Amazon, and I'm very excited about these. So I got these thank you cards. That way I can put them in your order. And before this, I'd write out the thank you cards. They'd be handwritten and I'd write your name. But I got these just to make it a little bit nicer. I'm still gonna put personalized messages on the backs, but the front's just a little bit cuter, and it says, "Your order made my day. I hope this package makes yours." I just think that's super sweet. And the back is like this papery material. That way I can write on it. This is a little thicker than paper. It's like cardstock, but it's blank. So then I can write your name and write you a little note. And if I want to write something bigger, I can always add extra paper in there. But I think these are really cute. I love how they turned out. And I think that'll just make the orders a little bit more special and a little bit more put together rather than having notebook paper in there. Next up, I got some new packaging materials for my crochet plushies once I start adding those onto my shop. And they're these little poly mailers. So I got this smaller size in pink, and I thought I could put like my bees or whatever, and it'll just go down in here. And then send out. So I think that'll be better than sending them in a huge box. If you ordered some of my plushies that I put on my Etsy, I did have to send them in a big box because I didn't have these at the time. So these will be nice, and crochet plushies can't get hurt in the mail. So I thought this would be perfect. I also got a bigger size as well for whenever I list like my Baby Bow bunnies, my Della ducks, and it's this light pink color. So these are a lot bigger, and I did test it out. So my Della ducks and my Baby Bow bunnies fit inside this perfectly. So got some new mailing and packaging items. And then I also got a big thing of safety eyes. These are 16 millimeters in this. Oops, I got yarn. And these are 12 millimeters. So stocked up on some more eyes, because if you watched my crochet challenge, the crocheting in 10 hours video, I was running pretty low on safety eyes. So all stocked up on those. And then last thing I got, well, I guess I have a few more things, but I didn't feel like bringing the whole box in here. I also got some craft bags for my market, 3 different sizes, like a small size, medium, and then big. That way I'm good to go on those craft bags. I don't run out of those. And I also got 2 of these Bernat baby blanket yarns. So I was able to find white. Like I said, I can find tons of white online, but I can't find any other good colors. So this is just the color white. It's called white. So 2 skeins of that. And yeah, that's my haul that I have. My business cards and my banner still hasn't come in the mail yet, but they're both shipped. So hopefully they'll be here by this weekend, and then I can show you guys those. But I just wanted to show you guys all the different things that I got recently. And what I think we'll do next is go ahead and start working on weeding out that vinyl and making some cups and bookmarks. So while I'm weeding out these bookmarks, I just wanted to chat with you guys. And I feel like one thing I've really been dealing with recently is just feeling like I'm not enough. Like there's no way I can make this small business work. I will never be able to go full time with it. I'm not going to sell anything at the market, and just all these lies and thoughts swirling around in my head. And I'm pretty good at doing that. I'm very much an overthinker, and normally not in a good way, normally in a this is the worst case scenario way. But as I was scrolling on Instagram, I saw this post and I wanted to read it with you guys. And it says, "If you wake up feeling fragile, remember that God is not, and then trust him to be everything you need today." And that's by John Piper. And I just think it's really easy to compare yourself online. I watch a lot of small business vlogs, and they are so encouraging to see where they're at in their small business journey and to see that they're doing this full time. And that's my ultimate dream. I would love to do this full time, to have my Etsy shop take off, and some other things that I've been working on recently go really well once those are announced. But I also deal with that imposter syndrome, like, you can't do this, you don't know what you're doing, and that's just not true. Yes, maybe I can't do this on my own, but the good news is I don't have to do this on my own because there's a God who can. And if I put my faith and my trust in him, then he will work things out for my good. Even if it's not with this small business and things don't exactly take off, I know that no matter what, I can trust in his plans for me, and that is a comfort to know that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you're feeling like you're not enough, that is not true. That is a lie from the enemy, and you need to take those thoughts captive and just tell yourself that, yes, maybe I can't do this on my own, but through God, I can.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere.
So I just finished all of the bookmarks. I have 8 of these done, and I did the majority with these ribbon bows. I did one with like the little tassel, but I'm really not a fan of the tassel. I don't think I like them, and that's kind of unfortunate because I have a ton of these. So I don't know. I really prefer the look of the bow. I think that's so much cuter. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with all these tassels. I'll find some way to use them, or to use them on something. But maybe I'll put the option if you'd rather have like a bow or a tassel on Etsy, and then you can choose if you like these instead. But the designs that I did are Books Are My Therapy. I've done this in the past. But it looks like that. Really pretty. Has little flowers, little books on the bottom, and then the bow. So I made, I think, 2 of those ones. I did this new design. This one's really cute. It says bookmarks are for quitters. I thought that was funny. So it has a little book with some sparkles, and then the bows. So I have 3 of those that I made. And then I've also done this design in the past, and this says a book a day keeps reality away, with the book, sparkles, and the little bow. So yeah, I knocked out 8 of these little bookmarks. And so next, I think Brendan and I are gonna go on a walk because it's very nice outside today. It's 63. This whole past week, it's been like in the 40s and really cold and windy and just bleh outside. So we've not been able to get outside. So we're gonna go take a walk, and then I'll come back in here and work on those tumblers.
That's sure something I could use. A cure.
Hi friends, and happy Saturday. It has been such an amazing day so far. It's so warm outside. We slept in this morning, which is always so nice. After a week of waking up early, I just love being able to sleep in just a little bit. So we took advantage of that and slept in. Then we just got back home from a walk. It's 76 degrees outside, and I'm just now sitting down to go ahead and start working on some things. I didn't end up making those cups the other day, so I'm gonna start with that. But I'm finally getting to putting together my toaster lamp that I got. I still haven't put this together yet. And I thought it was gonna be like a USB one, but it's not. It's actually battery powered. So that's even better because I'm running out of outlets in here because I have a million things to plug in. So I'm getting ready to set this up. But this morning, besides just the sleeping in, the walking, I actually have been crocheting. So I bought the Oak and Marlowe pattern. She does not have her ears yet. But this is the Brie mouse where it looks like a little ballerina. So I need to make her arms, her tutu, put on her ears. But this is her body so far, and this is so fun to make. She is gonna be so cute. So I'll be finishing her at some point today as well. I saw this pattern online and I knew I had to make her because They're so cute. It's a whole Fable collection. So she has the Brie mouse, and then it came with the mermaid tail mod. And then there's also like the cat, the bunny. There's the Fable collection of like the wild forest friends, which is like a fox, a bear, and something else I cannot remember at the moment. Maybe a deer, that's what it is. So I bought that pattern as well, but I started with the little ballerina mouse. And so far this has taken about an hour and a half to make. I just made it while we were kind of chilling, laying around this morning. So yeah, this is gonna be so cute. And I love that it's like not super long to make, but it's still gonna be really cute once it's finished. And I think it'll be able to be priced at a good price point. So I'm gonna make more of these. I actually have like this almond yarn color. It's back there. You'll see it here in a little bit. But I'm gonna do it in white, that almond color. I have a gray color. And I think these will be so cute to offer at my market. So been working on these. We're gonna work on the cups. I'm gonna get my lamp together. And then yeah, we'll just see what the day holds. It's gonna be a pretty heavy prep day. I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done because this weekend we're actually going to see Forrest Frank. I am so excited. If you do not know who Forrest Frank is, look him up right now. He has such good music. He's a Christian artist and his music's just so unique. I love it. It's super upbeat. And we're going with my brother and sister-in-law, so that will be very exciting. So I'm not going to be able to prep very much this weekend. Actually, not at all. So I need to do a lot this week to get ready for the show because it is quickly approaching. But anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys. How has your weekend been going so far? You'll be seeing this on Saturday, so I hope you've had an amazing Saturday. And comment down below what you're working on this weekend so we can chat about it down in the comments. But there's the toast lamp. This is so cute. I love this. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to work.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon.
So let me show you guys the cups that I have made. So I did 3 in this design here. It says, slow down, you're doing fine, like that Billy Joel song. And it has a smiley face and a flower. So I did a blue and yellow, I did a pink and yellow, and then I did light purple with like a darker purple. So those are really cute. I like all of those, and I really love the font on that. I think this is my favorite actually, and it's showing up much darker on camera than it is in real life. This is like a lighter blue, so I don't know why it's showing up so dark, but it's a light blue. And then the next design I have is in the same blue color, and it says, on my way to take a nap. You guys really can't see these very well because the glare, but it has some hearts and little sparkles. And I also did it in that light purple color as well. And then next one I have says, pray more, worry less. And I did the white font with like a pink background. So I have that one. I have this design that says coffee and dogs, and I thought this was so cute. Has little paw prints, sparkles, hearts, and I really like the font on that as well. And then the last one that I made says make today a happy day. I like all of those designs. I think they're really cute, and it's kind of going along with the theme that I want for this market. I really want it to be just bright colors, happy, uplifting vibes, cute little plushies, and I think it's all coming together nicely. So I'm glad I was able to get some more inventory for cups made, but I still am gonna have to make some more of that. And actually, while I was scrolling on Instagram, I saw this super cool like cup holder that this girl had made for her market. She said her husband made it. Let me see if I can find her name. Emily on Crafts is her name. But she had this super unique tumbler display that would be perfect for my markets because If you remember in the summer, there was one that I attended and it was outside and it was so windy that day and I had at least 2 cups break at that market. So that was sad, but the way that this was made, it had holes and she set her cups like down into the spaces so they couldn't move around. And that is genius. So she said her husband's gonna start making them. So I am definitely keeping my eye open for those because that would be perfect for these cups. Thankfully, this market is indoors. I'm in the 3rd building, but there are outdoor options. But I did get an indoor space because I figured it'd be nice to not have to worry or stress about the weather, if it's gonna rain, if it's gonna be cold. So I'll be indoors and I'm not gonna have to worry about that. So that will be very good. I really need to start putting some thought into my display. I was gonna do a 7-foot table with 2 4-feet table, kind of like an L shape. Well, not L, I don't know, whatever that shape is. And then I was gonna have that wooden shelf somewhere in there, but I only have a 7 by 10 foot space, so 10 feet wide and 7 feet deep. So I'm thinking I might just do my 6-foot table, a 4-foot table, and do like an L, and then have that shelf on the other side and make it still kind of like a boxed in space. But I just don't think I'm gonna have room for another 4-foot table. It can be very stressful setting up for a market, so I'd like to definitely put some thought into it, do a trial run of it, and see what I'm gonna do. That way I'm more prepared whenever it's actual market day. But anyway, what we're gonna work on next is finishing up the little mouse. So I need to make her tutu, I need to make her ears and her arms, and I just love this. Obviously, if you haven't seen what this actually looks like, you're probably like, what the heck, that is not cute. But trust me, trust the process. It's gonna get really cute once I add her ears and her tutu and all that. Thankfully, these don't take like 4+ hours like my Della ducks do. So I'm definitely gonna make more mice and I'm gonna make the fawns as well. So let's go ahead and crochet her ears, crochet her tutu, and finish this little mouse.
You're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't.
You guys, the ballerina mouse is all finished, and how precious is she? I love her little tutu. Like, look at how cute her outfit is. She has the little shoulder straps and her little tutu, and then there's her little ballet slippers. Like, how adorable. I love her so much. And I actually made it so the skirt can come off and on. I thought that'd be cute for like a little girl to be able to dress her up. So I didn't sew it to the body, and she can take it off and just have on her little pink leotard, or she can put on the tutu and dress her up. And I thought that was such a cute little touch to be able to let them dress the little mouse up. So she is all finished. I love her so, so much. So I am going to be making more of her. This took at the end about, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours, 40 minutes or so to finish. And I think it's just because I know she's small, but it was just all the little details, like making the tutu, making the shoulder straps, sewing the ears on, doing this little part down here. It just kind of took a little bit more time than I thought, but the end result is so, so worth it. So I love this so much. I actually did buy the bundle for the Woodland Friends collection. So I got the fox, the bear, the deer, that might be it. So I'm gonna be making those as well. But for now, we have this little ballerina mouse. And have you guys ever watched Angelina Ballerina? I remember whenever I was growing up, there was this show called Angelina Ballerina, and I actually looked it up because it's not the newer version. I didn't even know there was a newer version out. But it's like this little mouse and her friends, and I guess they do ballet. I don't know. I was little when I watched it, so it's been a while, but this just reminds me of Angelina Ballerina. It's like unlocking a core memory in my brain. But yeah, I am so happy with how she turned out, and I'm just glad to have another full week of market prep done. So thank you guys so much for coming along with me this week to get some things done and get things ready for my first market. Exciting things are in the works and I just can't wait to share them with you guys over the next few weeks. And of course, you're gonna be coming with me to this market. I'll share behind the scenes at the market. I'll share my pricing, what sold, what didn't sell, and just like a vlog at the market. So if that sounds fun to you, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss that when it's posted. If you aren't already following me on Instagram, be sure to head over there and give me a follow. I've been posting a lot more consistently and I'm having fun creating reels and just sharing all the little crochet items that I've been making. So definitely give me a follow over there. And if you made it this far in the video, comment the mouse emoji down below so I can give you a big thank you for hanging out with me till the end. And I will see you guys next Saturday for a new video. Bye.